Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to match 23. My opponent, it's an orc team. Their name is It's an Orc Team, and it's being piloted by Natural20.
I think the first thing you'll notice that every orc has a name ending in orc.
That's true. You'll also notice the brilliant coaching, once again. That's me a free reroll. Now what happened there is, and this time I do genuinely think, it doesn't matter because the ball goes out of bounds. I do genuinely, and that's actually the first time the loose cannon has ever stuck one out of bounds. He's normally been really good on those kicks, but there's a lot going on here, a lot to unpack, but the first thing we should start with is the fact that he has a player who has kickoff return. A skill that lets you move 3 squares on the kickoff. One player on your team can do it, and in this case it was his thrower, named Pork.
It's a strong orc name.
That is a very strong orc name.
And that was, did he even have that on questioning?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think he's just instantly did it. Oh, Turbofucker down on turn 1.
Bye, Turbofucker.
That's a good start.
You were so good for a while. We are, of course, missing Asshole Tony, but we do want to welcome to the team the brand new Blitzer, John Wilkes Boot, over in the bottom right of your screen.
What up, Johnny Wilkes Boot? How you doing? He's my favorite player. Well, he's not. Tony is, but...
Yeah, well, I think he's already, well, because you gave him his name, so I think he's already a strong contender for one of the best names on the team.
Yes, I would agree. But I can only use that power once a year. Mm-hmm. So I'm completely out of good puns.
For the whole year?
Yeah, no, I'm completely out. I have nothing left in the tank.
Well, it's a good thing you stole that from someone. You could have came up with your own, and it would have been better.
Whoa! If you will notice, I added an apostrophe.
No, we're not gonna do this.
It makes it mine. That's the Fair Use Act. It's significantly different from the source material.
Sure. So the player holding the ball is probably the biggest pain in the ass in existence. Like, I would have been fine with Pork holding the ball. He has Sure Hands, which cancels out my strip ball on Elven Cheerleader, which makes it kind of hard to get free. But the player holding the ball also has Sure Hands as a Black Orc because he has plus agility. And he also, of course, has blocks. So that's a Strength 4 player who I can't strip the ball free from. So I basically need a both down, or I guess a 5 or a 6, and he's Strength 4. So it's gonna be kind of hard to get in there, because orcs are a very cagey team.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Sorry, I didn't check the math on that before I said it.
They are all incredibly, for the most part, they're movement 5. The linemen and I guess actually for the most part they're movement 4 and 6. He has four blitzers that are movement 6. The Black Orcs are strength 4, movement 4, and the rest of the team is movement 5. So it's kind of a slow group, but expect to see a lot of this right here.
Orc blitzers are really good though.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like they contend for one of the better groups of positionals in the game. They're so good.
Orcs are generally considered to be kind of like a starter type team just because they're not particularly weak in any aspect. Like, they just do a lot of stuff real good. And Orc Blitzers are definitely kind of like the backbone of the team.
Haven't you had success with Orc teams in the past?
Gross, I would never play an Orc team. Are you kidding me? Suicide Tank is already very, coming off of the minus armor value injury, he's already showing classic Suicide Tank tactics.
I don't know why you're lying to the people.
That's right, I played one Orc team.
And you did very well with them.
How did you remember that?
Because I was in the league.
Oh, that's right. It was like a gimmick league called 3SL, where you're only allowed to have 3 of any skill on one team, so it was kind of weird. I don't know, whatever, nobody cares about that. The point is, I have knocked down the stand firm guy who has wedged himself pretty clearly in my defense, and I'm just going to screen up, kind of, because for the foreseeable future, I don't see a way to get in there.
Nope. You used a reroll for that.
Yeah, sure. Bottom skink, and he's going to mark Lork.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't move Elf on the Shelf first, though.
It doesn't matter, really.
Well,
if one of them fails, they fail. You know what I mean?
But this was 1 roll versus, 3. That's
what?
Just moving on the shelf back is just 1 dodge roll, instead of dodging into a TZ and then dodging out.
Bottom skink was dodging into any tackle zones.
Oh, I thought he was dodging into 1. I'm stupid.
No. So, Lulu's Cannon
that's a good start.
Also down. An important aspect of this team is that was a frenzy player who is piling on a mighty blow as well, who doesn't even actually have to use it. But this orc team has a lot of tackle.
Yeah, like too much tackle. Like all of the tackle.
We're gonna go ahead and count it here. 8 players of
8 of 12
tackle. Or 12. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yep. For the math people, that is 75% of the team.
Oh, good math, good math.
Yep.
So, they're going to be incredibly effective at, especially, like, at being anti-elf, so very good at knocking down my players who, for the most part, have dodge at this point. Like, normally, like, I know most of the linos don't really have skills, but most of my team is skill position players, and most of them have dodge. The players who matter are going to be the ones who are kind of in danger.
Tony's not in any danger. You lied to the people.
Tony's dead and on the sideline. Luckily for me, Rip, guy who died, is in a great position for me to be able to fight back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he has that stupid skill, doesn't he?
Yeah, guard. It's a great skill.
Yeah, it's a stupid skill.
Mm-hmm. Again, I really don't. I don't know how I cracked this cage, but that's neither here nor there. I have more important things to do. Like maybe I knock one of these guys out or something, or like stun them. I don't know. I have players who can punch, and if I can lean him towards the sideline, it's kind of a good start towards doing that thing. But,
maybe, but his team's still just scary.
Well, yeah, they're always going to be.
Nice, you got the skulls.
Welcome to the Team John Wilkes boot. Dub skulls. That's a great way to start things off.
I'm taking it as a sign that he's going to be terrible for you forever.
Oh, thanks. I don't know how I attack this cage, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to attack all of the players who are not the cage.
So is it your plan to just like throw elves in front of him and end the drive with like 3 left as he moves 1 square at a time and scores?
For now.
Okay,
see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
If I can keep driving him towards the sideline, then maybe I can pin him. Maybe I can just zone him out. He's not really gonna. Either he's gonna kill my whole team, which I can't really do anything about, or he's going to overextend himself, or he's just gonna get stuck on the sideline. But either way, no matter what happens, there's no reason for me to stand my players next to that cage. Certainly, like that's just giving him players to kill. But there's not much else for me to do to attack the cage.
You know who would have been useful for this game?
Not Zanzibar Jones, because I can't leap in there. That's minus 2 dB always.
Yeah, no, it's still minus 2 dB, but at least you could get in next to the dude.
I guess.
A minus 2 dB is your best shot at getting that ball. That's the only roll you're ever going to have against him.
Sure. Well, maybe. Maybe Rip Guy stays upright. Maybe I get guard in there. This team doesn't have a ton of guard. Especially on there's two of the Black Orcs have guard, but the blitzing type blitzers, like the blitzers who have Mighty Blow and Piling On, or no, sorry, the ones who don't are the ones who have guard. But the point is, like, I can theoretically get a 1 dB out of this, and that's kind of like right now that is the let's say ideal scenario.
That's the dream.
The dream is a 1 dB with maybe wrestle if I'm lucky.
That's a good sign.
Is it really a good sign?
Not particularly, but if you say it's a good sign enough, it'll be a good sign. That's what's it
Positive
called?
thinking?
CBT.
Oh, right.
It's cognitive behavioral therapy.
Sure. So here's another piling on. I would really love to foul that player, but I'm kind of busy.
No, you can foul him. It's fine.
I really can't.
No, 100%.
I could, but I can't. He's leaving players on my cage corner.
Oh, that sounds like quitter talk.
He ran his cage right up against the gall, and suicide tank.
Have you tried rolling dice?
Someone please. Okay, thank you. It requires Elrond to actually do something, which is kind of a problem. He has. He's right there. This is really fucking frustrating as an elf coach. Like he ran his cage. You never put your cage corners next to players, because theoretically I can just punch them down and get through there.
Well, apparently he does.
But apparently he does.
Yeah. It's fine. It's working out.
If I knock down Gork, so Elf on the Shelf would have to roll a 5 or a 6. I can knock down Gork, and then go into the square that he's in, and blitz Dork, and get a minus 2 dB. Rip Guy Who Died being stunned means that I can't get the 1 dB that I was basically sort of planning towards, which is another reason why you don't exactly plan out your turn too far ahead of time. But I decide that because I can't actually, the best I can get is a minus 2 dB. I'm just gonna, I'm going to stay with his cage, because I kind of have his team kind of marked a little bit. I'm gonna kind of stay with him, maybe take some lumps this turn, but maybe I'll get a better shot next turn.
I think you should have not blitzed with John Wilkes Boot and instead fouled Cork.
I can still Falcork.
You should have
With
done
your
it
bottom
with
skink.
the boot, though. His name means he'd be good at it.
I'm not gonna do it with John Wilkes Boot. I want him. It's like when the orcs score, or next half when he's not ejected, because he would get ejected, I would want to score with John Wilkes Boot because I want to get him levels like ASAP.
ASAP like Rocky.
Yes, I knew you were gonna make that reference as soon as I said it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Because
Okay.
I'm cool with the raps. Luckily, Rift Guy Who Died is in a really good spot for where this cage is gonna be next to all my players again.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter.
It could matter.
I have a feeling you're just going to roll push blocks.
You don't know that.
I rolled a d6 and it was a 1.
Uh-huh.
So that's, you know what that means.
That means a skull, and that's not what it was.
Now ones are pushes on my dice.
Okay.
These sixes are skulls.
What I think you're just reading your dice wrong.
No, it's on purpose. See, because I never roll sixes, I thought I
Right.
found a way to game the system.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
Like for me, POWs are 2s because I always roll those.
I'm not sure that I agree with your system.
This is Berg Bowl.
Sure. If you say so. Once again, he's just gonna put his players next to my players. But I am a little bit more optimistic about this.
I'm trying.
It's gonna be some more dice to roll. I don't like. What do you? He's there. He's right there. Any other team? If I was any team but not pro elves.
I don't think halflings could do much here either.
Well, sure.
You said any team. I was just keeping it in the list.
Oh, thank you. I like. If he's gonna be this aggressive with his players against my screen, then I decided that maybe my best move is to like keep falling back, and then I know I keep doing like the play for next turn. Like I'm just trying to get my players in good positions, have enough players standing upright and not knocked down or not in bad positions. That it's like, oh, next turn when things go my way, I'll finally make my move.
Maybe eventually
Maybe eventually.
that will come.
But for now, like that could have been the turn maybe if I believed harder, but I didn't really believe. There's just too many orcs. Maybe I knock one of his orcs down and actually hurt them. At 9 armor value across the board, other than the player in the back, the deep safety, there's not really much to be done.
Yeah. Oh well, eventually it'll work. I have a feeling.
Sure.
I think you're going to win 5-0.
That's really optimistic of you.
It's sarcasm.
I'm afraid that the day's a 5-0. It's already turn 4, by the way.
Wow, this game's going pretty quickly.
This game is going quite quick.
Literally nothing is happening now.
Elrond is still kind of like that was a hard one. That one is maybe worth re-rolling, but Elrond is still kind of useful where he is,
Yes.
depending on what happens here. Like obviously, if he just knocks down my whole team, at that point it didn't really matter that Rip Guy doesn't have dodge, by the way, because that player almost assuredly has tackle. I'm not even gonna bother looking. He has tackle. Sure he does.
I'm not even going to bother looking, looks.
Well, it's just like a wall of players who have tackle. So
Yeah.
and he is a member.
He
of
is
that
a
wall.
blitzer. All of the blitzers have tackle.
But things could be real bad here, especially if he keeps rolling 5s and 6s.
Yep. Oh.
Luckily, he's rolling 1s
Oh.
and 2s on the injuries.
Oh no, Tina Fey.
Never mind.
Okay, she's fine. Safe.
Well, fine, you say,
Yeah, she's fine.
but that's what, my third player that's out already?
Yeah, it's fine. They're all BH'd. It's nothing bad is happening here.
For a team that has, like, very little, the only Mighty Blow players are the 2 blitzers, and that was one of them, Sork.
And the other one was the one that hit first.
Yep, Mighty Blow actually did a thing in that case, but the rest of his team has been really good at knocking out my players. Again, only badly hurts, so that's good.
Yeah, until it all changes
Sure,
when the Fire Nation attacks.
don't say that.
He just moved his fucking ball carrier right next to Hayberg.
Yeah, right?
He is, and right next to Rip Guy. This guy gives next to no fucks. He gives like half a fuck.
He changed his mind.
Okay. Went from giving no fucks to half a fuck.
It's just like, it's almost like taunting me.
Maybe that's
Like
what he's
you
doing.
you could hit me, maybe,
Maybe he has it all written up on like a whiteboard in his basement.
right?
It's just like with the whole plan, just how he's gonna just annoy you.
He cracked the code on how to be read the. Oh, maybe he did that thing in Cyanide where, you can predict the dice rolls even though they patched it out and he found the new path.
Yeah, he totally figured it out.
I would, like... I know I have a really short memory, but I can't remember the last time he rolled a skull on a dice block.
He did.
He hasn't yet? Ever?
Nope.
Never once?
Never, ever.
And so, what do I do here?
Never, ever has he ever.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I'm pretty sure this is where I stop playing.
Sure, just concede right now?
I'm really big on the rage quit. I think it's a lot of times the right move.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you rage quit here.
Sure. I'm gonna... Hold on. Let me try that again.
Use your entire team to punch the Black Orc?
I'm gonna... So I'm gonna punch this guy. Oh, cool. And then he can just walk past me?
Yep.
I didn't mean to click that.
I feel like maybe you shouldn't have had your entire team just punch a Black Orc.
Hey, Berg is okay. The plan was to push him into the pile and then build a screen. Like, just try to contain the cage. But then I rolled... Suicide Tank didn't roll anything.
Suicide Tank wasn't the savior of the team?
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Right?
He's always so reliable.
You would think Suicide Tank... I don't know what's happening. I don't know what...
Okay. No!
That's not good. That's fine. But that's still that's the Apogon.
I'm starting to feel sympathy for this team this game.
Oh, how soon the tables will turn.
No, this
you
game
know
is
not
just,
what is in store.
This is just a bad game. Just nothing's working.
Like, whatever, there's still time. This is what orcs do really well. This is what orcs do the best. It's just this.
Yeah, but for 4 turns in a row, he's just kind of giving you a chance to do stuff, and it just never worked out.
Sure. And, my team is... Pro Elves are not the best team to go cage busting. He has a strength for sure hands player. That's enough of a headache for an elf team.
Okay, first off, that player shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Second off,
because
he really shouldn't, because he has 4 fucking movement.
Sure.
I mean, I appreciate using a non-standard ball carrier. Lord knows I love my Saurus ball. I love my Minotaur ball. It's all pretty dope. But those players all have more than 4 movement.
But Berg, you don't understand. You're not seeing the big picture. So first of all, the first play is that your opponent with a player with kick kicks the ball out of bounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
You following me?
Yeah.
Second play is that player standing on the line of scrimmage, and then you spend the next 6... Okay.
What?
Oh,
he has other players.
He's just gonna score?
Okay. Well, I think you can score now.
That's true, he can score from there. The plan is to trundle down the field for 6, maybe 8 turns, and then score on turn 8, whatever, you're destroying my whole team. But he decides to hand off and go for it, and...
Oh, but the riot helps him.
The riot does help him. I would have had 2 turns, or I would have had 3 turns, but now I only have 2. Which I guess is fine, I can do the 2-turn thing.
Yeah, but now you're living life on the edge.
That's true, I am living quite dangerously.
Kenny Loggins is sitting behind you while you're playing this game, just waiting for the time to play his song.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am living constantly in the danger zone, I feel. So,
okay,
the nature of this game, the nature of his setups, because he has all that strength on the line, not only, and because I don't have really, I'm down a couple players, I'm gonna have to do dodges through tackle zones, because I can't really clear Nork, and...
Have you tried rolling POWs?
Yeah.
Okay. You rolled a POW once, it was awful, so you stopped?
I'm not really, I'd rather just roll... I'm fine with rolling only...
Push skull.
Sure. As long as all those dice go towards me scoring better, I don't really mind.
You actually owe me 10 cents for every time you do a skull push.
I didn't know that you owned the copyright for skull push.
No, skull push, that's the Berg roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you owe me $6 this game.
Sure. I actually...
In my mind, the math checks out on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this game feels.
Have you been sitting there with a calculator?
No. I'm keeping track with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay. Well, but you were using that Etch-a-Sketch for other stuff, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, the first half of it is it's an abstract Etch-a-Sketch art.
Sure.
And then the bottom half, it's just tallies.
Right.
So it's going to be worth money someday.
That's fine. See, that's why you saved that reroll for when Elrond fell over for this. Now, Berg, I can score from here.
Yeah, or he can just, like, murder everything.
So he's gonna do this, obviously pile up on Rip Guy. What you don't know, though, is who I'm gonna score with.
Elrond or Elven Cheerleader.
Incorrect. John Wilkes Boot is the secret scoring option.
What, a double GFI?
Yes.
With one reroll?
So, if right now he can't score,
Inside 2 TZs?
York is gonna get a 2DB on him. I have sidestep.
Yeah, sidestep.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way this was on purpose.
So, no, it was on purpose.
I don't...
That's why I marked York like that. Like, obviously I'm assuming that he's gonna double pow Elrond, probably kill him, right? No. Well, there's always the piling on, right?
Okay,
No, just a KO.
Just a bell. He rang his bell.
So Elven Cheerleader's gonna get like super murked, right? And then the secret, he's just gonna be like ho ho whatever. York has
Tackle.
no. York is actually a lineman who only has block. So as long as he doesn't roll 5-6 or 6-5 or 6-6 or 5-5, either of those, and he doesn't take the boat down. So like if he rolls a skull push, the patented Berg skull push. Oh god, does he have the rights to that?
No, he does not. He owes me money too.
I didn't plan around that.
No, see, I'm still in fights. Oh, he's dead.
Oh yeah, he died.
That was a weird cut.
That was like 3 minutes of stuff happening, and then he died. I like in my brain that was my plan, and then when I went to edit it, I was like,
you just spent like the last 2 minutes talking about your grand plan, and then
Yeah.
you just cut to John Wilkes Boot on the ground dead.
Mm-hmm. But luckily for me, he really didn't mark Elven Cheerleader that well.
Yeah. No, you've got this.
That helps, knocking that player down. Good job, John Wilkes. And Elven Cheerleader has a 2+ catch, and then a 3+2+ dodge.
The animation there for John Wilkes Boot was actually him just punching.
Mm-hmm. And this is a I'm gonna do the GFI because I have the reroll to spare to turn this into 2+. And then of course, like the interception.
Oh, it's gonna get picked.
You believe so?
No, I don't.
That would be incredibly rude considering what was that literally just last match that I got picked off.
Yep. Oh my god.
Whenever you throw over somebody, it's supposed to be a 6+, right?
Yep.
6+ is 100% roll. That's the first half. We'll see you guys for the second one. So basically, fuck my life, right?